And against all odds, he became one of the most educated, influential African-American leaders of the 19th century. And he wrote his autobiography in 1849 and is considered one of the 10 most important slave narratives. And in it, he talks about his years as a slave in Maryland and his very exciting escape. And I won't go into many details, but I just wanted to read a couple of quotes from his book. He talks about as he was considering escaping, he had his entire family living on the farm as well. He knew he was going to be leaving his family. He said, "How the impression came to be upon my mind, I cannot tell. But there was a strange and horrifying belief that if I did not meet the crisis that day, I should be self-doomed, that my ear would be nailed to the doorpost forever. The emotions of that moment I cannot fully depict. Hope, fear, dread, terror, love, sorrow, and deep melancholy were mingled in my mind together. My mental state was one of most painful distraction. But the hour was now come, and the man must act and be free or remain a slave forever." So he left his farm, and as he was leaving, he later wrote, "I felt like a mariner who has gotten his ship outside of the harbor and has spread his sails to the breeze. The cargo is on board, the ship is cleared, and the voyage I must make. Besides, this being my first night, almost everything will depend upon my clearing of the coast before the day dawns. In order to do this, my flight must be rapid. I therefore set forth in sorrowful earnest. Only now and then I was cheered by the wild hope that I should somewhere and at some time be free." Now, unfortunately for Pennington, it was a cloudy night. He could not follow the North Star. And instead of going north, which would have taken him to Pennsylvania fairly quickly from Hagerstown, he went east. And he ended up, he realized two days later, outside of Baltimore in Reisterstown. And he had very exciting, he was recaptured. He had a very exciting time in getting free from his new captors. Eventually, he made his way into Pennsylvania, into Adams County, and he was directed there to the home of Quakers, William and Phoebe Wright, who were part of the Underground Railroad, and they kept Jim for 6 months, and then eventually he moved on and made his way to New York and Connecticut, where he became a teacher, a minister. He was the first African American to receive an honorary degree from a European university. He traveled to abolitionist conferences, peace conferences throughout Europe, visited England 3 times, was very accomplished.